Okay, so May 2020. Tell me about that time. Because on your profile that Jacob gave me, I'm throwing Jacob under the bus. In May 2020, with 1,500 rands in your bank account, you took a leap of faith. Tell us about May 2020.
That's why I'm like, how do you know the exact date? I was like, yeah, Jacob. Jacob. I was like, yes, see, that is on the ball. May 2020.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Come let me teach you a lesson. Come let me teach you a lesson. Lebo Lion with the tweets. Follow me back to my nest. Lebo Lion with the podcast. Teach you lesson cause I got class. Lebo Lion with the impact. You be lying, that's a real fact. Come let me teach you a lesson. Come let me teach you a lesson.
Hi, Lion Tribe. Welcome to the Lebo Lion Show. I'm your host, Lebo Lion, and here we talk everything entrepreneurship, marketing, business, and sometimes pop culture. Now, today we have a very exciting guest because she's also a podcaster, also an author, also a digital entrepreneur. I mean, there's so many similarities here, except her style is mad. Like, it's so cool. And she even said that you guys are missing out today because you're not going to get to see the whole drip. So I apologize in advance that you won't get to see the drip, but you're going to get to learn so much from our guest today. But before we go into our conversation, remember, we need to pay the bills. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, do all the things that make people watch this podcast, that bring sponsors to our podcast and make us grow as a community. And also remember, guys, when you are commenting, be kind to one another, right? We're human beings at the end of the day, and we're really just exchanging ideas. It's not that big of a deal. So you don't have to be mean to each other. You don't have to call each other ugly based on your profile photos. It's really not that deep. Let's show a little bit of kindness and grace to one another. Okie dokie. So, you know how we are on this podcast. We do not introduce our guests. They introduce themselves. So, ma'am, please introduce yourself.
That one was the one, eh?
It was the one.
That's the one, that one. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you so much for having me, man.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah,
Thank you for
no.
coming. Please,
I
tell our
had to,
audience.
you know, when they
You
like,
had to.
the lion is calling, you know.
Tat,
I was like,
the lion, the emperor,
I was like,
the lion.
I was like, I have to go. I have to.
Exactly.
Everybody stop.
Exactly.
Go in there. Thank you so much. Babazile Gugulami Nhlapo.
Okay.
I'm from the Val.
Yes.
I'm not going to tell you my age.
Yeah.
But you can
But
guess.
you look young.
I'm probably older than you.
What?
Yeah.
I don't lie.
No, I'm telling you.
My God,
I'm
guys,
not
are we
probably,
gonna make
I
this
am
a
older.
thing? Are we gonna do like a guess how old BA is?
No, I'm older than you. Definitely.
sure?
Yeah, I'm 100% older than you.
Okay, let's.
I'm 37.
Oh, hectic.
So
You're still young. You're still a spring chicken.
Am I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Until 50, you're young. That's my
debatable.
That's my theory.
Debatable.
Yes.
A digital entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Been an entrepreneur all my life. Not all my life. For the past 13 years.
Okay.
Was in the entertainment industry for 10 years.
Wow.
COVID happened. And then I had to obviously elevate or die.
Yes.
Right. So when COVID happened, I had to shut down my offices and leave the entertainment industry because that was the first industry that was hit, which was entertainment, right? So yeah. Then I went into doing what everybody else that did at the time, right? How to make money fast on Google, right? I think we all did that, right? Because everybody was financially strained and we needed to find alternative ways to make money. So that's how I discovered digital. It's quite long, but that's me. Digital entrepreneur from the Val, Babaziles, and yeah, that's pretty much to wrap it up before we go on to what I do.
So the extension of your name, BA Pusha.
Yeah.
Why the Pusha element?
So you know Pushas.
Yeah.
You know the song. I'm a pusher man.
Okay.
You know
I
that
thought
song?
I was like preempting it because that's what I thought when I heard the word
I got it
Pusha.
from high school.
Okay.
I got it from high school. I was called one of the pushers. So
Okay.
this thing has always been in blood. So the pushers is basically people that sell sweets and
Yes.
sell all these things, halls, and back in the days, you know what I'm saying? So I was that like the ultimate alpha of the pushers.
Pushing.
Yeah, so they call me Pusha. Like,
Yes.
what's a Pusha, you know? Like,
Okay.
because I always had everything that everybody needed.
Wow.
Like, in high school.
Okay.
So BA obviously stems from my name, Babazile.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was called Baba because You know, our Afrikaner teacher couldn't pronounce my name properly.
So you were
Baba.
Baba
Kom hier
Pusha.
zo,
Okay.
alsjeblieft. Yeah.
Baba.
And then from Baba to high school to BA.
Okay.
Then Pusha. That's how it came together. So I didn't give myself that name.
Yes.
It's just one of those things.
Okay, so there are many ways I'd like to take this direction, but I'm going to start with this one. It's a very typical way, but I think for this conversation, we do need to start here. Tell us about who BA was as a young girl. I don't think we get to see that about you online. You know, we see this entrepreneur, this person who's dynamic and, you know, you're quick-witted, you're smart. But who were you as a child?
Same.
Really?
You know? Yeah, same. I think I had to be loud growing up. You know, not I had to, but because of when you identify something that's different about you, you are automatically become the bullied person in this equation, right? Because if you're different, if we're all the same, and there's one different person, they always try to drag you down. Like, why are you doing that? No, we don't do that here.
Yes.
So in order to fight that, you either have to be very intimidating, or you have to be that type of person you don't mess with. So I knew that from get-go, because how am I a girl playing soccer, cricket, all these things, right? And my mom is supporting all of this, right? I didn't go home and be like, yo, I wanna do taekwondo. My mom was like, you crazy? No, my mom was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
What is it? You know, tell me about it. And then there's that girl in the class, you know, taekwondo. So it was hard. I don't want to lie, growing up. For me, it was one of the hardest things. I think primary school was the hardest because now everything is boys this side, girls that side. When I grew up, it was, we played soccer together, we bathed together, we did all these things. Then you get to school and they say, no, the boys are this side, the girls are that side.
Yeah.
The girls wear dresses, boys wear pants. You understand? And it was just like, I didn't fully understand what I was becoming.
Yeah.
Right? But at the same sense, it was just like, I knew I was different. It's either embrace it or fight it. And if I fight it, I fight myself. So I had to embrace it really, really quick. And in embracing it, I had to understand that I had to be the Pucks of the world. You know, I had to be, I can't embrace it and be like, this is me. Because people are like, that's not you. So you can be like, yo, this is me.
Yeah.
You know, what's up? You know, you can't be like, yeah, but, you know, please accept me. Please.
Yes.
So yeah, it was tough, but yeah, I don't think you get to see that now because it's not who I am anymore. You know, I'm not that scared child anymore. Who's shit scared to go to school in summer because now we have to wear chuni.
Dresses.
You know chuni?
Bruh.
Ah.
I know that thing.
I'm not that kid. You know, I used to like, you don't understand my pain.
Yeah.
Here am I during the holidays. I'm that nook, right? And then here comes summer. We have to go back to school, and my mom is like, "Yo, they told you can't wear pants. So you better get into that." And the embarrassment, and everybody's waiting for you to come back to school so they can embarrass you further.
Wow.
You know, so it's just it's a lot. It's a lot of history and a lot of pain behind it. But you grow up, you realize that you had to crawl for others to run. Because there's kids that look up to someone like me right now and be like, no, but look at Pusha. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay to be who I am. I didn't have that. Muslim music came long before I had my confidence and knowing what part of the LGBTQI is and all of that. I didn't have a reference.
Yeah.
So I had to be myself.
Yes. If you could describe that part of your childhood where you didn't have the confidence yet or didn't fully know yourself in 3 words, which 3 words would you use to describe it?
Scared. She, why are you going so deep, bro? Like,
because you want to know who you are. You want to know your heart. You know, this is important.
Is it? Scared, mindful, but kind. I was a very kind child.
Okay.
I think-
Mindful meaning?
Everything I did had an opposite effect.
Okay.
You understand?
Explain that to us. What does that look like?
Why you go for those ones, bro? Like, where are you trying to take me?
I'm taking you everywhere.
Mindful of. I think at that time I was more cautious of how I did things because everything, like I said, it had an opposite effect. So let me make an example. I try and be nice to the opposite sex, right?
Yeah.
This nigga now thinks that we can do this.
We can vibe.
We can vibe
Yeah.
to this. Although I didn't know but I knew I didn't want to vibe.
Yeah.
So I'm very mindful of what I do, my actions, where I go, what time I come back, because things were not cut and paste. So I had to, as young as I was, I had to make sure that whatever I do, right, it's thought through, right? I can't just do it just like someone, like a friend of mine would just like leave, and come back before. Growing up, the light thing, you have to be in the house before 6 or
Yes,
whatever. I
yes.
can't do that. I have to be home before 3 because I know that the high school kids are going to come out of school at a certain time and they've been looking for me,
Wow.
right? So I like I said, I had to be mindful of everything I did because it's not the same. We're not the same. You know what I'm saying? It was just bad, man. Let's go to business. Man.
Let's go to business. But people are getting to know you, and I think it's important because so often when we see people who succeed, we don't realize that they're human beings as well, right? And I think in understanding that they're human beings, their stories become more accessible and what they do becomes more achievable to the average person who's watching because they've also been through similar experiences.
This is the second podcast I've been in, and both of you guys have done this.
Oh, really?
Peño did this.
Oh, did he?
And then you doing this. And I'm like, guys, I'm on a podcast I'm not going to do again. If
We
this is
need to
gonna
know
be-
you. We need to know you, BA.
My story is very sad, but it's not sad anymore.
It's not sad at all. Trust me, it's not sad at all. In fact, we have similar-ish stories, so it's not sad at all. Okay, so we've gone through that part where you didn't know yourself, you were scared, you were mindful, but you were kind. What was the turning point? When did things change and you became the pusher?
Anekalajola.
Okay.
Yeah. Anekalajola. When you turn like a certain age and now you're like, there's this one girl. This one girl. It's just amazing to you. And I remember, I won't mention her name or whatever, but I know her name, surname, and everything about that girl. She's the first love of my life ever.
Yeah.
Like I thought she's the be all in all, and we actually still follow each other on Instagram right now.
Okay.
And so this is what happened. Quick story. I'm now approaching my teenage years. See this girl, most beautiful girl ever, whatever. I'm trying to. Then I start finding out that I'm attracted to her. And as I'm attracted to her, she's new to come to our school, to be transferred to our school. Every guy in there is like,
She's the one.
Everybody's gunning for that.
Yeah.
And being chosen by her as a girl and choosing another girl, that was a problem. So now the whole school started to see me not only as an enemy, but as a weirdo, as a threat. Although they won't say you're a threat, but you're something to get rid of, right? So now I have to fight my feelings. I have to fight my, not feelings. I had to fight my feelings. I had to fight that I like you, you like me back, but we can't do this, right? And then I have to fight that I have to explain myself, why am I like this? And I have to also understand it. And I also have to physically fight off niggas every after school. Imagine that.
They genuinely tried to fight you.
Not they tried. This was
They
happening.
fought you.
Like
Wow.
seriously, like four, five niggas, one person, one girl. Yeah.
What?
This was me. This was my life. Like I knew I had to gas myself up. Like I knew after school, I have to pause. There's no way I have to pause here. and this is where I'm going, and this is what we're gonna do, and we fought. And that's when I knew, okay, I can't be. Pusha happened in high school, so this is primary school. I can't be an average Joe. So everything about me, mannerisms, everything, I have to be aggressive. I have to be, I have to be the type of person you don't mess with. Otherwise, I'm gonna get hurt every single day, and I have to make up a story to my mom every single day. What happened? Like it can't go on like this. So I have to be a threat in order for you to stay away from me.
Yes.
Right. So that's what happened. I think the turning point for selling and all of these things is I automatically knew that women like nice things.
Yes.
Like I knew. Like it was just, I don't know if because I'm female, but I knew that women like nice things.
Yeah.
And still till this day, just the gestures and everything else. And I think back then was, I knew I had to make money in order to do beyond the average. Beyond the movies and the things these little boys were doing at the time, the malls and the things like that. I had to make sure if you're looking at something from the window, I can buy that for you.
Wow.
Right? I had to make sure that's me. That's like, if you're like, oh my God, these, and when you go to the malls and things like that, you work with your girlfriend or your partner, and she would say, oh my God, those are beautiful. Imagine coming back to school the next day and I bought that for you. I think my ex-girlfriend at the time, I bought her a phone and her parents made her bring it back.
Wow.
Like, that's too much of a gift. Because the phones, the 310s were just getting in.
Yeah.
And I bought her that.
Wow.
Right? Like I saved up for like a couple of months and I bought her that. And she's like, no, that's a bigger. My mom says I have to give it back to you because it's a big gift.
Too big, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, no, that's cool. So that's when I knew that how money shapes.
Yes.
And what money can do differently. How you can become different because of money. And from there, I think I was like very young, man. I was like 14, 15. I used to work in the tuck shop as well. I would take up, during the classes, I would be the one that, brings coffees to the teachers at a cost, all these things. So that's where I transitioned to say, I have to be the toughest in class, at school. You don't fuck with me, and I'm going to move this. I'm going to move differently from everybody else.
I hear you. So you became this person, you understand human beings, what they like, how to make money. How did you go from that to being in the entertainment industry? And what were you doing in the entertainment industry?
My story is quite long. So I went overseas, came back. Let's cut that short. And then I came back and someone spotted me in a mall. I was like, oh, you got a beautiful voice. Don't you think of getting on TV and things like that? So I know you don't know this, but I was on SABC 2 for like 4 years or 5 years, doing Open Varsity and It's for Life, some shows. I presented them. And then I was making all this money and I was meeting all these people, managers and whatever. I was like, oh, fuck, I would love to do that. I don't want to be behind the camera anymore because I was getting older as well, right?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to do this whole thing. I can't be, because my co-host at the time was like 6 years younger than me.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, I can't do this. I want to be behind the scenes. And I was like, I'm going to go back to the VAL where I come from and I want to start my own, instead of, because VAL's got so much talent, right?
Yeah.
Like amazing talent. I was like, instead of them coming this side to get the opportunities, I have the connections. I can just open up my own entertainment company, sign some artists up. And I laugh because it was a joke. Anyway. And sign some artists, make these big stars, and work with them, and whatever. That was an epic fail. But anyway, but the events that we did, like Black Coffee and all these things that we did, bringing them to the vault, that was nice. There's a couple of events that we did, so that's what I did. Managed artists, small corporate events, big corporate events, but usually that's what I did. I think I thought I was winning. It was just 10 years of school fees.
10 years of school fees.
That's 10 years of school fees.
Let's talk about that. How important are the school fees for entrepreneurship?
You have to pay your school fees.
Yeah.
You have to.
What are the school fees?
School fees is either getting, wasting your time.
Yeah.
Getting scammed. That's school fees. That people are like, they scam me. No, it's school fees.
It's school fees.
That is school fees. You pay your school fees. Learning that people ain't shit.
Yeah.
Okay? And understanding that this is not your mother's house.
Life is not your mother's house.
It's not your mother's house, this
Yes.
thing. This entrepreneurship thing is not, that's your school fees. All the things that people are like, oh, it's so hard. No, that's school fees.
Yes, it's supposed to be.
It's, if you don't pass, how are you going to enjoy the fruits?
Yeah.
Right? You haven't planted shit. You don't know how to dig. You don't know you don't know what a seed looks like. And you want to enjoy, yeah, come on, man.
Gospel truths, yeah. Come on now.
So yeah.
I love that analogy.
Yeah, no, you can't. You must just
Yeah.
pay your school fees. You have to, even if it's 10. And it's if people think that they can do what I do in 3 years, 2 years, or whatever, they're like it's possible, right? Because of the knowledge that's been put out there and whatever. But let me tell you something. We had to take 10 years. There's people that took way more, and they are still grinding till today.
Yeah.
So just know, if you haven't paid school fees, you're never going to be rich. It's okay to work a 9 to 5.
Yes.
Yeah, no, come work for us.
Yeah. Come work for us.
Yeah, me and Pen, we want to come work for us. We'll get
Come
you
work for us.
Yeah.
Okay, so May 2020. Tell me about that time. Because on your profile that Jacob gave me, I'm throwing Jacob under the bus. In May 2020, with 1,500 rands in your bank account, you took a leap of faith. Tell us about May 2020.
That's why I'm like, how do you know the exact date? I was like, yeah, Jacob. Jacob. I was like, yes, see, that is on the ball. May 2020.
Yes.
After COVID. No, just in COVID.
Yeah.
Because I took my mom to Portuguese island on a cruise, 6-day cruise. It was my birthday or her birthday, whatever. Come back, February. I'm like, yeah, okay, let's go. We have the biggest event coming up. I pay the DJs.
Everything's paid.
You understand? I'm like, we're
So
gonna
you're
make
broke. There's no money.
I get I'm gonna get my money back.
Yeah.
I get I'm paying all the. Yeah? This thing we've been
And
doing
it's a sure thing,
for
'cause
10
it's an
years.
event.
Yeah, no, it's an event.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. My money's gonna come back. Everybody's happy.
Yeah.
Ashai COVID. Lockdown. After I've paid everybody, I've got 1.5 because I have to pay my lease as well, right?
Yes.
My lease has to, and I have to pay you as my employee 3 months in advance because I'm letting you go, right? Look at my bank account, 1.5. This is me at my big age. No savings, no nothing. Go back home. And obviously, I'm like, yo, I'm very. My mom is a superstar. She's like, nah, you figure it out. But at least you have a roof. She always says that. At least you have a roof. The fridge is full. Like, you're okay. There's people who have it bad.
Yeah.
So I went on my PC at that time and I typed in how to make money fast.
Literally, that's what you typed in. How to make money fast.
Yeah. Like,
Hectic.
you think people who are broke are like, how can I make money realistically? I want to start a business realistically.
Yeah.
No,
They
they're like,
want it now.
money now, fast.
Yes.
And everything popped out. Forex, all the MML, all this rubbish that you would normally see. And then something struck me with apps and surveys. It's a long story, but you can go back to and watch it. And then I found out about that. Then I picked up my phone at that time, which was P20, and I recorded everything I was going through, the process.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So I was like, oh shit, I just made money off this app. This is how. But it was very dodge, man. Like, it wasn't like as professional as. I was like, hey, Wafet, money. Like, hey, let's make money. Yeah. It was so bad. Like, I look at it right now because I was so crusty. But it's sitting on 400,000 views right now. It's crazy.
Wow. But what made you decide to record it? Like,
that's the
so
thing,
random.
right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You just decided.
I just decided to record it and put it on YouTube.
Wow.
And then, as I was doing all of that, this is what I was doing, the process of finding money and whatever. And then I started getting comments and whatever. That was the first viral video. But I had other videos, right? That was not viral. But that one catched. And that was the one that, got me the views that I had and the community that I have right now. Because it was working for them. So whatever I was suggesting, it was really working.
Yes.
Right? So, and then I take the 1.5, I bought data for 500 Rand. And then 1,000 Rand, I bought a course on YouTube because I heard that YouTube pays, right, from the grapevines. Then I did the course about YouTube. I forgot the lady's name. And as I was doing the YouTube thing, I found out, okay, this is monetization and all of these things, whatever. But as I was going, I'm still making money from apps and surveys. I'm teaching, and YouTube is giving me my monetization, and it's gonna pay me. So the first paycheck I got was like 23K, and I was getting into the space of digital marketing as well, right? So I'm moving. So as I'm getting that money, I'm putting it back into learning about digital entrepreneurship. So as people were panicking, I was nice. Like I was making money, learning to make money, and the best part, I was doing it overseas. Like I was getting paid in dollars, right? And I was teaching people to do the same thing. So I was also building a community of people that trusted me with that, because I wasn't coming with, yo, you know how people like, they would watch your video and then they would say, yeah, try this app. Like, no, but you've never tried that app. Why are you lying? You understand? So everything I did was, I can go back and say, this is my proof that this thing works. So I think my community, that's where I built people who trusted me with everything that because I'm documenting this thing. I'm not making it up. I'm waking up in the morning, I'm saying, yo, so that thing was a scam. Don't go there. Yeah, they scammed me $2, So it was one of those things. Yeah. So after that, it was just drop shipping, and was just building. Like for me, it was like I was a kid in a candy store. I don't know. Some people don't like learning, but for me, it was just like, how is this not in South Africa? How is this, you know what I'm saying? How are people not seeing this? Like, how can you be broke at this time? Like, how can you, like, I couldn't understand, like, people saying, Emma, we've got degrees, no jobs. I'm like, do you know you can make money from your phone and right now? Like, and it won't take you that long. But people don't like they don't like the hardships. They like the easy.
They want it to be easy.
Yeah, you want it to be easy.
Your top 3 pros of using digital platforms?
Iman Ghazi, Gary V, B.A. Pusha.
I like that. Yes.
You have to
I
mention
like that.
yourself.
You
Like,
have
what
to
the
mention
fuck?
yourself. I was hoping you would. Okay, so people are watching this now. They're hearing you say you went through a hard time and you made money and you tested all these things. They're probably going to look for your videos because now they're interested.
Yeah.
But
Don't
let's
watch my
talk
videos
about...
Sorry.
Yeah? No, go on.
No, I mean, people are like, yeah, like, I made videos in 2020, but I'm not on an app and survey that's making $5. It's a video that's there for anyone that wants to do $5. But someone would ask you about a video you made in 2020. I'm not the guy anymore.
You're not there.
Like, you understand? So I'm just saying, be wary. Like, when you look at my content, yes, we are trying to put it into sections where, 20, whatever, but I'm not that guy anymore. I'm like, I want to cut checks. Like, I have to, like, if it's worth it, must be 200K, 300K. I'm not the dude about apps and services anymore.
Nice.
You were saying.
Yes.
Sorry to cut you.
So what are your top 3 ways to monetize online? If people are watching now, what would you say are the top 3 ways in 2023 to monetize?
Content creation, social media marketing, audience attention.
Okay, let's unpack because people are sitting there going, King Twaiwanga, what is this?
Okay.
Content creation first. How do people monetize content?
Yo, that's easy. That's the easiest. I think that's the easiest way that you can do it. Especially right now in South Africa with the platforms that are coming in. Oros, what's the platform that which you told me about right now?
Fiverr.
No, the platform you're not on it. What is it? Why are you getting...
He's talking. They have to hear him.
What is it called now?
Oros is
Come
looking
this
for
side, come
the
this side.
platform because
Come this side, Chief.
Why are you doing this to
he's
me?
also
Come this
part of
side.
this digital world
Yeah, come this side.
and this monetization world.
What do you say? It's what? Twitter thread?
Well, it's called Threads. Yeah, it's called Threads.
The new one, the one that Instagram just launched.
Yeah, it literally just came out.
Yeah,
It's,
it came out like yesterday.
It's actually doing something like 10 million
Really?
sign-ups within the first 7 hours. So it's
What?
pretty crazy, yeah?
Yeah.
It's pretty insane. Like, it's about to revolutionize the game in a big way. I think it's a really interesting space. It's about to really do some interesting stuff. And if you don't jump on it now, you're missing the train.
No, but let's talk about this because what I know from Threads so far is that it's competing with Twitter in the sense that you get to make threads on Instagram.
Yeah.
But they have different like plugins and things that make it a bit more dynamic and interesting to view.
Yeah.
So how does that tie into money making?
How does that tie into money making?
Yeah,
For me?
yeah.
I think it's an environment where the future of brands, the future of, entities and enterprises will be very interested in actually jumping onto it, because my take is that, I think, and this is a speculation, obviously,
Yeah,
because
'cause
I
it's
mean,
only been a few
nobody
hours,
knows,
yeah.
nobody really knows, but it's a friendly space, it's a fast space like Twitter. I mean, on Twitter, you can post 100 times a day.
Yeah.
Whereas or on Threads, you can post 100 times a day. Whereas on Instagram, TikTok, you can't really do that kind of stuff. So I think it really makes it very interesting to see the potential of what it can have and what it can do for companies that are interested in getting themselves out there through a new platform as well.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about Threads yet.
I mean, I think the better question is, if you had an opportunity
Yeah.
to be starting out with Instagram with the knowledge you have
Now.
of the power of influence,
Yeah.
would you take the chance or would you just be relaxed?
Look, with tech, you always take the chance. That's my principle. Like with
Yeah.
tech, you take the chance because you never know. No
Yeah.
one knows because it moves so quickly anyway. And the way it metamorphosizes is unknown to all of us.
Exactly.
So you could be the one who lands on that gold mine that makes it
Exactly.
very valuable.
Like a businessman, if you see something that holds potential,
But you see, so
you
here's
jump
an
on
interesting
it.
thing.
You don't just.
Shame, maybe we should get
let me
Oros a
relax.
chair because he's here
Hey,
on
this
the
guy is-
podcast. But you know the gold rush, right?
Okay.
The gold rush in
Yeah.
19 whenever or 1800s, whenever
Yeah.
the gold rush, the actual gold rush was, right? The key with the gold rush was that most people would speculate that gold was somewhere and then everybody would rush to that town.
Yeah.
But the people who stayed and went to other places are the ones who got the most gold. And with social media, what I see as a trend or the digital space is that when everyone goes there, everyone goes there. Do you get what I'm saying?
I think the one thing
it's
you
so
need to look
counterintuitive.
into, the one thing you need to look into when you jump into any opportunity, what's the product? What is the leadership? Because leadership is a very big part. Who's involved? What is the industry itself?
Yes.
And what is the timing? Those are 4 very powerful elements that you look into. Timing, we're at the beginning of Threads.
Yes.
Guys, I'm also speaking case study, right? We're at the beginning.
Yeah.
If you think product, Twitter had some success, blew up. Many other apps, many other applications failed. Leadership, Mark Zuckerberg, Mosseri. These are
They're
these are
goats.
these are big,
They're
these
doing
are
well.
big people,
Yeah.
and they're literally putting everything into this right now, putting all of their attention, all of their energy. Would people with such success put so much energy on something that they don't feel has been they've taken the time to account
Yes,
for,
they would.
for the power?
They would.
You know what I'm saying?
I think
I don't
they
even
would.
need to say the 4th one, because I think it's sold.
Okay.
It's sold. All the boxes are ticked. We don't know what the future holds, but what we do know is that if we, knowing now and understanding the power of influence, knowing the power of influence
Yeah.
and attention, if you had another chance to be at the beginning of Facebook,
Yeah.
at the beginning of Instagram,
Knowing
at the
what you know
beginning
now.
of Twitter, with what you know now,
Yeah.
would you jump on it?
That's very interesting. I love that perspective.
So I would at least
I
give it
love
a try.
it.
If you're going to deactivate,
Yeah, no.
If it doesn't work after 3 months, bora lento, you deactivate. But
That's so interesting.
bash.
I think for me, Threads is also very personal because I was one of the first people who actually monetized Threads in SA. I used to do so many threads. That's how I got big on Twitter. I would just put threads and threads of marketing, and all these companies would call me, and I'd say, you can pay me for my threads because they're practically mini textbooks.
yeah,
And I understand how threads work, but I don't think that format works for an Instagram style platform. I don't think people go to Instagram to read.
No.
And I don't think, do you get what I'm saying? So I want to understand, and I've also seen that they have the you can add pictures, you can add, it's more dynamic, I understand that, but I want to understand how it's going to work, because I don't know much about it.
Okay, let me start you at the beginning.
So I want to see it.
Yeah, let me start you at the beginning, and I'm 12 hours.
take a seat?
No, and I'm only 12 hours of education.
Yes.
Because the app only arrived. But what I can tell you about the app is that, firstly, it's its own app.
Okay, so it's not
So
Instagram.
there's Instagram,
and then there's Threads.
Twitter, there's what, there's
I
Threads.
see. Okay,
It's its own app.
I get it.
With its own functionality.
Love
with
it.
With its own pros and cons.
I get
outside
you.
of Instagram.
It's just owned by
Okay?
Insta, by Facebook.
It's owned by Meta.
Okay.
And now the advantage with it is that, the first advantage is that if you've got Instagram and you've got a followership there, your community can directly follow you on Threads
I get
because
you.
it can interlock.
Yeah.
Which means you can bring your community from Instagram and then grow another community or expand your community on Threads.
Yeah.
And then number two is the power to create and to influence the direction. I think
The direction
the
of?
direction of the community on Threads in this country, in this continent, in your province, because the narrative hasn't been said yet. The story hasn't been said. Everyone had an idea around Twitter and what it was supposed to be and what it was going to be, but it went a different direction because people did that.
Yeah.
People did that, which means we are at the crucible. Is it that?
Precipice.
The precipice.
Yeah. Precipice.
Preci-
Precipice.
Yeah, we are at the beginning
Yeah.
of an opportunity to influence.
Yeah.
And you can either step aside and watch others influence,
Yes.
but don't complain now.
When they're winning.
When they're winning, but don't complain when they are directing it in a way that you don't want, because
I
you
get
stood
you.
aside.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at least if you want to be a part of influence, if you're interested about bringing together a community of people like-minded to you, for you, it's a no-brainer for me.
Thank you, Oras.
And follow me on Threads. Follow me on Threads everywhere.
Thank you for your insights.
Yeah,
that was
can
fun. Love it.
People that hang around, you know.
Tata, the type of people that hang
guys,
out
hey,
with.
this
Look
person
at
is-
that. How cute.
You're gonna be good. I don't know.
How
Should we share? Should we share? No, we're not sharing this.
Okay, so we were on to content creation.
Definitely.
Your network. Your network is your net worth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Your network is your net. That's the type of, like, when we get together, these are the type of topics we're supposed to be talking about.
Love
you know what I'm
it.
saying? Like,
Yes.
because you can say, yo, that. Imagine now being in one corner talking, like, gossiping and things like that. So imagine if your circle is like that, and
Yes.
you put each other on to say, yo, did you see this, Threads and everything else? So
Yeah.
I saw you getting into that. You must get him on again.
I'm going to
after,
get him on
yeah,
because
a
I'm
couple
going
of
to
you.
try Threads. And then I'm going to call Oris and be like, come, let's talk about it.
Let's unpack.
Let's talk about this Threads.
Yeah.
But you're talking about content creation. You said it's the first way to make money. And we're talking about how do you make money from content.
I think Oris tapped onto that. Influencer marketing, which is UGC, is really big in South Africa, and it's not done properly.
Yes.
They're not doing it properly.
Akiri.
You understand? Like, it's not supposed to be what they're doing, like ad-y type of thing. It's like ad.
It's like a TV ad, but on Instagram.
Yeah, dog, no,
that's
don't-
not
just
it.
Be yourself.
Yes.
Right? People buy into. That's why it's called UGC. You know what I'm saying? It's for people to relate to you first of all, and just it must feel like you're not selling
User
anything to me.
generated. Exactly.
So people are doing it wrong in South Africa, but that's a big market that needs to be tapped into with content creators, not influencers, not celebrities. I'm talking about content creators. What's going on?
Because this is a very big debate we always have on this podcast with my audience. They are so upset that we're saying South African corporates don't do influencer marketing properly.
No, they don't.
And they really believe in celebrities and influencers doing it. And
They're
just
wasting their money. Like,
It's a
we're
waste of
looking at them.
money. It's a waste of money.
We're looking at them. Let them waste their money. They'll come back.
They'll come
eventually.
back, yeah.
Eventually.
They will.
Me. They always come back. They always. I get a lot. I get. Yo, if I could open up my DMs right now.
Yeah.
Like, but it's not your or more or whatever.
Yeah.
It's more people who understand the
Forex,
power of
banking.
I don't do forex.
Good. But I'm sure they approach you all the time.
All the time. Right now,
The
there's,
forex guys are
there's
persistent.
probably someone trying to give me dollars to say
Yes.
this forex thing is a thing, and I'm
Always.
not gonna do it.
Yeah.
And the money's crazy. Like the money they offer you
Is crazy.
It's crazy, right? But if you're making money, it becomes a no-brainer to say no, because your brand will always,
Plummet.
Exactly. So as I was saying, yeah, definitely content creation is gonna be big if you do UGC properly. And understand what UGC is,
Yeah.
and understand the product that you like, and understand to say no sometimes, to certain products, certain things that you can't push, and understanding your niche, where you fall in, because you can't be selling everything. Where now when this comes, you are that. When this comes, you are that. You must be like, I think a perfect example, I'd say, damn, South Africans.
It's
I used to
hard.
think K-Yums did it very well.
As an influencer.
Yeah.
Okay. I think a lot of our influencers accidentally do things, and then when it kind of works, they double down on it. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not like they're aware of what they're doing or the impact of it. That's why so many young girls will just do makeup on YouTube.
Yes.
You
of
know what I
course.
mean? It's like, oh, we see it work, so we're gonna do it.
Do it, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like it will work for me. No, it's like I see this thing, I'm gonna do it. And I think that's how a lot of the UGC stuff is happening in SA.
Yeah, it's done. Sorry. It's done really. I don't know. But there has to be someone who is in front of this, just leading the way, because I think everybody's just lost of how to actually do this. If we can find that one person that does UGC really well, then I think it will follow into teaching. Because
Yes.
one thing about South Africans, they really don't want to teach. They don't want to teach is you get backlashed.
For teaching. Yeah.
Right, so, but I don't care. Like, I don't ask you to come.
Yes.
Right? You
You
came.
decided.
My inbox is full right now. Everybody wants to learn dropshipping, right? I'm gonna put a price to it if I decide to do it, but I'm too busy for it, right? But if I decide that I'll have an online course about dropshipping, I'll put a price to it. But there has to be someone who's doing UGC really well, who can teach everybody else how it's done and package it nicely, right? I think the second one I said. What did I say?
Social media marketing.
Social
yeah.
media marketing. If you can run Facebook ads, Google ads, TikTok ads, all those things, you never go hungry. How many people can run those ads? I'm talking
Not
run.
many. Not
The
many.
same boost.
Yeah.
Run
the
analytics,
ad. Yeah.
understanding cost per click, understanding the back end of running, of making sure the client that you have has their ROI, right? Return on investment.
Yes.
If we can do that, I mean, if I come to you and say, okay, I'm looking at your numbers, if I can get you 200K, would you give me 20? You would give me 20, dog.
Yeah. It's not
I'm
a
making
thing.
you 200K, right? So, and the budget for running ads and doing all these things is so cheap to do it, and it doesn't have overheads. You can sit on your laptop in a beach somewhere. I don't know why you be like beaches as digital entrepreneurs. It's crazy because it's the most uncomfortable. I tried it.
It really
It's
is.
the most
It's
uncomfortable.
so
I was sitting on the
uncomfortable.
beach on my laptop. I'm like, this is not comfortable with my
Yeah.
feet.
And the
You know
wind
what I'm
is
saying?
blowing and the
And
sun
wind
is
like-
shining. It's not
and it's
nice.
like, I'm like, how are these
not
people make
nice.
it look like it's not. It's not. Yeah, but let's say the pool somewhere.
Yeah.
And then you have your laptop and you can just run ads for companies, different types of companies, and automate it and making money. I think that's what me and Oris were talking about, like just automating everything and putting it in place. Even if you're not around, it still can move.
It's still working.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have to emphasize on audience. What is it? Audience. What do you call it? Score. You're the person. You're the person who score. Attention.
Yes.
Audience attention.
Yes.
If you can get the audience attention, you can build a community. Within your community, you can chow. That's easy. Let me put it like this. MacG gets most of his money from chillers.
Yeah.
Not
Not from
YouTube.
brands,
Nah.
not from YouTube,
Nah.
not from anyone.
Because I'm telling you, I'm a chiller. I've subscribed to that thing, yeah. So that's one of me. Think about he's about to hit 1 million.
Yeah,
1 million people, 20 rand. Think about it. Just put the maths to it,
exactly.
right? Because you build a community of people that will whatever. Even with his thing right now that he's doing, the tickets that are sold is because of the community. So that's why I say that the more that you build a tribe or niche down to whoever you are as the brand, or sometimes you don't have to be the person, but you know, audience attraction, like attention is it's currency. If you can get people, think about it. How many brands will pay you to sponsor, like if they know that, okay, Lebo, these are the type of people
She has.
entrepreneurs, what we need to bust, we need to sell insurance, whatever. We'll give you this much, 200K. No, that 200K was gonna go to billboards and waste all this fucking air on billboards and ads and things like that. They give you that 200K because they already have you, and you can not even influence. You're able to make people buy into the product, right? Because I know I do, right? I know I do for a fact. Like people that do follow me, if I say this website, they're crashing it. If I go on TikTok right now and I say, yo, check this out, people know because I'm not bullshitting. Like, because every single day I've proven myself to say I'm not bullshit, because people would be like, that's what. But the reason why people, and this is, I have to add this, when you do good, it's very silent. They won't come back. People will make money. They'll make money. I've met people in the streets. They're like, yo, I made 10,000. And I'm like, but you never went back to say, I made 10,000. Or when I said, yo, there's a plug that does that. You never came back and said, yo, this nigga was telling the truth. But one time, that one time that you, hey, the noise is loud. But take on. Yeah, Pusha, I'm suspect. Yeah, now it's personal. Now it's personal now. Now you, yeah? But yeah, it's like that. So I think I was talking to one of my friends in the industry. He says you have to go through the villain era.
Yes.
You think you save you. No, you have to go through the villain era. There's a time, you see how everybody loves you. There's a time where they're gonna be like,
Yeah. Also.
Yeah, then.
Yeah.
You understand? Even the people that didn't have anything. So he says, you have to go. With me, I've been through the villain era. But I don't know how many times it comes. But
yes.
You need to go through. People can't love you all the time. And you must look back. He says you must look back why people love you. Because you're not the bullshitter. You're the, if you go here, you'll find that. If you go here, you make this type of thing. You get straight to the point of, you know what I'm saying? So everybody else wants to like, go to my link. You know? So you are more like, I don't care. Like here, you can go here. It's like people love you for that. But there'll be a time where you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to keep this shit to myself. I don't want to be the plug, which is going there. I don't want to be the plug anymore. I don't want to do this thing anymore because it's draining.
It's draining. Do you know, I swear, I used to post threads on Twitter. They were like textbooks. People would use them in their corporate presentations as their own presentations because that's how deep my threads were. And one day I said, I'm done. Now I also post, coffee on Saturday.
I'm tired. They don't like anymore. Tired. They're like, I'm tired.
Yeah, no,
I don't want to do it.
It's exhausting. There's no thank you.
And the
entitlement. The one day you don't post the thread, it's like a problem. I remember, because I did this like 6 years ago. And I remember the one time I wanted to move the threads onto like a Zoom or something. And people lost their minds. You're such a classist. Why do you want us to leave the platform? I was like, what does that have to do with anything? I'm saying I want to do a video thing instead of writing the threads down. But they wanted to screen munch everything.
And then
so they wanted, you know what I mean?
Selfishness.
It's weird.
People come in
for exhausting.
Yeah. And the other thing is, you see what you did, right? And you're like, at the end of the day, you're not Mother Teresa.
You're not Mother Teresa.
You're not. We're not.
Yeah, we're not.
I think you think we are, but we are not.
No.
At the end of the day, I think for me it was coming from a genuine place, and for you it was coming. And sometimes now when you go into your inbox, hey, tell me where I came.
Not even hello, just tell me.
Sure, Pusha, couple man.
Yeah.
Hey, where can I get Nike? And you have to be nice, and like, you can't reply. You can't be like, because you look at it like,
exactly.
You understand?
Yep.
Because if
Yep.
you reply, they screenshot that shit.
Yes.
Like, this is the person you think they are.
Yeah.
They're not that nice. They act like they're nice on social media, but they're not.
Yeah.
So these are the things you have to go through. Like I said, right now, you must see how dry my thing is because I don't want to be the plug anymore. I'm
Yes.
done. Right?
It's exhausting.
Yeah, I've got an ebook out, 500 suppliers of anything you want, right? iPhones, you want what? It's in there, right? And it's the cheapest because people sell this for like 2.5. Mine is
Yeah.
250.
Wow.
Right? I'm saying to you, I'm not gonna be on. I'm running a business. Do you think I run like I'm a real entrepreneur? I'm not.
You're not
I'm not an
pretending.
Instagram into like I've got things. I've got to run a business, right? So I don't have the time to be on TikTok. Hey, my
Every
friends.
day.
Hey, Lana, buzz. Yeah. Right? If you really want it, there's an ebook.
Yeah.
Buy the ebook. And people still turn around and say, after all the shit you've done, why are you extra information? Nigga.
Yes. After all the
After
free.
all the free shit I've done,
Yeah.
the one time I'm like, yo, here. But that's very few because, yo, I must say this. Shout out to every single person that bought the ebook. I think I don't want to say numbers because people are going to calculate, but
Yeah. You made a lot.
yo,
Yeah.
like, thank you so much. Like, the ebook did so well. Like, I don't want to lie and be like, no, they didn't support me. No. I think on the day that it dropped, it was madness. We looked at our numbers. We're like, nah, bruh.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Not from
Congratulations.
South Africans, yeah. So, no, congratulations to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout
Yeah.
out. You know what I'm saying? So, it was really, really cool. I did get the support, but I'm just saying that if anyone else wants it, it's out there. If I decide, not personally, to go out and start plugging again, it's for me. Because my mental health also comes into play, right? I've got families. I also have friends. I want to connect with my friends. I want to go out. I want
wanna
to take
have a
someone
life.
out for dinner.
Yeah.
My nigga, when am I gonna do all of that? Because it's draining, this thing. People
It
think
is.
this thing of
They think it's fun.
podcasting is nice. You
In
just
fact,
click
they'll
here.
ask you, what do
Sia,
you
is
do?
it ready?
What do you do? That's what they like to ask you. Like you have the podcast, you have the ebooks, you have the courses, but they say, what do you do?
And I just tell them that I work at McDonald's. man.
Right?
I'm tired of explaining.
It's a weird question.
I'm tired. And because people have tried to measure you of how they can look at you.
Yeah.
I get,
Yeah.
if you, hey, what do you do?
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to lie. Share my chips and Russian.
Yes.
Hear me, lawyer.
Yeah.
Fry. Anyway.
So drop shipping.
Yes.
Because I know that's something that you talk about a lot. What is drop shipping?
A penny for every time I got that question. Yo, I'm even tired of explaining.
We want to
but,
know because people don't know. They
Né?
don't know.
Dropshipping is basically not having inventory. Let me not speak dropshipping terms.
Yes.
Let me dumb it down.
Not having stock, not having items to sell.
Yeah, you don't have any products to sell.
Yeah.
But Lion has. Let's say we're selling
T-shirt.
T-shirts, ne? Yeah, you got T-shirts. I want to sell them. I build an online store. Let's not make T-shirts. Hey, T-shirt is too.
Is it too complicated?
Nah, it's too easy.
Ah,
Like,
okay. It's too easy.
not too easy. It's,
Yeah. It's basic.
It doesn't make sense for dropshipping.
Okay.
It needs to be something that people can't get anywhere else
Okay.
for it to work. Because if I can get a T-shirt, I can go to Mr. Price and whatever. So you are selling the problem solver and not the product, right? Let's say these Rode mics, you want to become a podcaster, and I'm the only one that has the Rode mics on my store. But I have a supplier who has it for cheaper, right? So I'll build an online store. So basically, you're just a middleman, and you just take a percentage of this from the customer to the supplier. So let's say these Rode mics are 1,500 rand. You make it 2.5. You keep 1,000 rand every time that someone buys, and the supplier will directly send it to the customer as if it was you.
How do you ensure that your brand doesn't lose out because your supplier is giving
So
them something
you're not building a
fake
brand.
or whatever?
You're not building a brand.
So
don't
people
be too
don't
comfortable.
know. Okay.
Don't be too. It's not your baby. It's
not your baby.
You can drop it tomorrow. When you say brand, it's something that you wanna
You're
hold on
building,
to.
it's a legacy.
Aye.
Yeah.
I can
And it's just a store. Nobody knows that it's Pusha store.
No one
It's
knows.
just, it's there.
It's a store. You
They
buy.
Google Road Mic, they find your store.
You're not a test. If it doesn't work out, I start another one.
Wow.
If it doesn't, that one doesn't work out, I start. So this one is a cap. If I make 1.2 million on this one, I'm making another one tomorrow. I can have 6 or 7 stores that are just selling different type of things.
What are the top 4 industries right now to dropship or items to dropship in South Africa?
In South Africa.
In South Africa.
Hey, you Lebo, because this question everybody's asking.
I've been doing, people will say, oh, but you're telling us about American. So, Kimo, we're talking about South African things.
Replicas.
Okay.
So your off-whites, your what all the replicas, because South Africans can't afford
the real. South Africans can't afford the real thing, guys.
You can't. Don't lie. Stop lying. You know. You buy Louis
So all of
Vuitton
you are
from
buying
me,
replicas. Are you serious? People are actually out here buying replicas.
You can't afford these things.
So all the stuff we're seeing on Instagram, a lot of it is replica.
Shout out right now.
Is a replica the same as a dupe? Because you know on TikTok they like talk about dupes.
Is the closest to the original that it can get.
And then what's a dupe then?
A dupe is fake.
Fake. What makes a replica not a dupe?
It's from the same, it's made, so the supplier will say, the Louis Vuitton will say, make me 400 bags of this. The supplier will make 600 bags of that. And then, because if something happens, maybe a stitch or whatever, then they can replace it from that 600, from that 200 that they have.
I get you.
But it's from the same manufacturer. It comes from the same. So, and then when you, the person that ordered, I give you your 400, I'm left with this 200. I put it in the black market.
So that's a replica.
Because it doesn't have the final stitching from Louis Vuitton.
I get you.
There's something that Louis Vuitton will put in that
a
makes
replica
it
won't have.
That a replica won't have. That's why people are like, I'm on but there's something, you know, because when you go and take out the paperwork and they check what, then there's something that's missing in there. Then that's a replica. So a dupe is. It comes from a mic.
Yeah.
Mic.
Exactly.
So, you understand? So yeah, you can see this one was drawn, this one.
Yeah.
So yeah, so a lot of replicas are bought in South Africa by a lot of people. Anyway.
A lot of people.
Yeah. But it's fine.
Yeah.
I wear replicas. I don't have a problem with replicas.
Who cares?
I don't get why would I buy. Okay, but there's certain brands that I hold close.
Yes.
That I wouldn't.
Then you have to buy the real
like
thing.
Like Off-White, I have to buy
the real thing.
I have to go
I love Off-White too.
Yeah.
But,
what was the second?
So you've given me one.
One. Replicas, pets, accessories. People love their pets. Like, I don't know why, but they
because they're our children.
Okay. They're like, oh, baby doggy.
No, they really
just
are.
have children, guys.
They sit with you. They go on holiday. They're amazing.
Okay. What's this camping stuff?
Oh, okay.
Camping, especially the hikers and the whatever. The North Face type of feel.
Yeah.
Right. And the last one is renovations for homes. So your light bulbs, your stuff, things that people renovate with most of the time.
Stuff.
Yeah. Those are the type of things. So.
In South Africa,
and the last one I think I'll add on. I think it's doing really well right now. It's the new aged modern kitchen. What's this? House and home type of things.
Yeah,
the
like
modern
the
things.
Storage.
Storage stuff.
Containers.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
the salt and pepper thing with the. Yeah, no, I know.
And the glass.
And
wine
the glass.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I was like, all right, let's go. So yeah, those are the 5.
That's hectic because I think so many of us watch content online, and because it's given by American people, we assume it doesn't work in this country, right? But then here you are saying, "This is how I make my money. This is a real thing." What is the future for Pusha? Since you're saying you're not going to be educating people in the way that you have been for long, you want to branch off in a different direction.
You know, I was telling this to a friend. God can't give it to you all, eh? Not everything you can have. Because I think, I lack on stable relationships. I don't have it. I don't have that of me. So I see international seminars and things like that. I think that's where I'm leaning to. But I would love to be the GOAT of e-commerce in South Africa.
Nice.
Like, I want to be the ultimate. If Pusha didn't say it, it ain't
It
real.
ain't real.
You understand?
Love it,
So
yeah.
that's where I'm going for. I really, that's why I learn a lot. And another thing, I'm not saying I'm too busy, guys, because I'm too busy. No, I'm busy because I want to learn beyond what I know.
Yes.
So that when you ask me a question on this and that,
Mm-hmm.
I already have it. That's why I'm still taking courses till today. I'm still going to these seminars, you know what I'm saying? I want to, there's a couple of, Beijing, Dubai, and places that I need to go in order to get all that information, in order to bring it to South Africa and say, will this work in South Africa? Because job shipping was not a thing to
It wasn't
spoken.
a thing.
I want to believe that I'm the first, if not, yeah.
Because I've been in that space, and I remember at the time, I mean, I knew about it, but it wasn't something I was going to tell people about because it wasn't really. I think even Take a Lot and them were just starting to be about what they're about. So now is the time, and I think you're the person who's made it a commercial conversation.
Yeah, so, but I learned. I had to learn, because there was no, I can say this now, there was no information about Take a Lot, selling on Take a Lot, until I came here and said, hey,
There wasn't.
Who not did that? We were not selling. Black people, we're not selling. Until I came and said, okay, I'm making this money, it's good and well, but I came back to say, yo, guys,
Go there.
let's move. And there's something else, I'm telling you, there's something else that's happening in the digital that we don't know, and it's gonna come, I will have to come back and say, yo guys,
happening.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I wanna be in the forefront of e-commerce, digital marketing. I just want to be the GOAT of digital marketing. Learn as much as I can, give as much as I can, get as much as I can, and just be the alpha, the omega. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so I mean, look, I could ask you many questions, but I'm deliberately not doing that because I think that when people go to your platforms, they're going to see a lot of the questions that they're going to have answers to, a lot of the questions that are popping up in their minds when they're hearing you speak. For me, this interview or conversation was about getting to know you because the work you do is incredible. And the industry you're in is only just starting, especially in this country, right? So you are the person to listen to. You are the thought leader in the space. And entrepreneurs need to understand that this is an avenue that they need to pursue, right? So we have a lot of entrepreneurs who watch this podcast. What would you tell them about e-commerce, specifically having websites where they're selling? A lot of them are afraid. At the seminars I speak at, etc., entrepreneurs are just like, well, I mean, I'm saving money to have a store at Newtown Junction or in Zanton. When I say e-commerce, they go, no, it's not necessary. I'm not about computers. What would you say to those people?
Already your brick and wall is not surviving. I could make perfect examples, but I don't want to because it will seem bad on the black child who tried it. But you know who I'm talking about.
You all know.
You understand?
Yeah.
It's failing, right? Look at when you go to McDonald's, what they're introducing. Mm-hmm. When you order, they don't want you to go to the counter anymore. Mm-hmm. They want you to. So look at where we are going as a country and ask yourself, if COVID had to happen again, would you survive? Because you became ignorant with just learning how to just run ads and be digitally
savvy.
Can you afford another? If they said COVID is happening again tomorrow, can you afford it? How many people they committed suicide?
Yes.
Because they couldn't survive, right? So you cannot, I don't care who you are, how old you are, just on a personal level, you cannot be ignorant when it comes to digital. You can't. It's unfair. Copywriting. ChatGPT.
Yeah.
What?
ChatGPT.
Hey, ChatGPT. Right? That's what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
Uber Eats.
Uber.
Listen, Uber.
Everything.
So you cannot be ignorant when it comes. If anything, just learn how to. It doesn't matter, right? But I'm telling you right now, there will not be. I was introduced to something yesterday. Do you know now that you can buy clothes and fit them on your phone, from your phone? Did you hear that?
I know that. Yeah.
You can. I get a back in the. You can fit it on
your phone.
Like it will scan your body.
Yes.
And say, this thing is. How crazy!
They've been working on that technology for 6 years, so it was bound to happen. I mean,
so all that thing of I bought it, when you see it, it's gone.
Yeah.
People are gonna buy clothes online, and your ignorant ass was like, I'm not gonna what? I'm gonna more. How many people are passing? Look, okay, fine. I'm gonna make example. Look at Newtown.
Yes.
Look at that store. How long has it been?
Empty. And I was there with the team that started this whole space. And we opened it. So many retailers were in there, but they weren't even breaking even.
So, my last words is, if you don't want to learn it, pay some of us to do it for you.
Love it. That is so goated. I learned that term a few months ago. I think it's dope. Goated. She's goated. A Pusha. Thank you for coming onto this podcast. Guys, if people want to connect with you, where do they follow you?
BA Pusha everywhere. BAPusha.com. That's my website. BA Pusha everywhere.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming onto the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
It was a pleasure. I think people are really going to enjoy this and learn a lot from it.
Thank you so much.
Guys, thank you for joining us on another episode. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Follow me at Lebo Lion _SA or at the Lebo Lion Show for more content. Also, if you're going to comment, please be kind, be mindful of what you're saying, because we're a community who loves one another. And keep a lookout for the merchandise that's going to be dropping, the course, the ebook, and the events. You know, Women's Month for me is big. I do a whole lot of stuff and I give away a whole lot of stuff. So keep your eyes peeled on my socials for that. Until next time, remember, the only way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. Peace out.
Yeah. Yeah. Come let me teach you a lesson. Come let me teach you a lesson. Lebo Lion with the tweets. Follow me back to my nest. Lebo Lion with the podcast. Teach you lesson cause I got class. Lebo Lion with the impact. You be lying, that's a real fact. Come let me teach you a lesson. Come let me teach you a lesson. Lebo Lion with the tweets. Follow me back to my nest.